Hi everyone, I'm Stacy Axler, and this is the virtual duo project where I'm doing improv duos with my goal is 100 people. So this is the fourth duo that I'm doing. So if you're joining me for the first time, welcome. If you're coming back again, welcome back. I am thrilled today to be joined by someone who I not only consider a great friend, but also a great improviser and a great performer, my friend Michael Bierman, who we all call Bierman. So welcome, Bierman.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Very happy to be here with you, Stacy.
I'm happy to have you here. Me and Bierman, we have been doing comedy together in DC. I moved to this area in 2014, and I started taking classes at the DC Improv. And I met Bierman through a friend who was also taking classes there, and Bierman was in his class. And in 2015, we were part of an indie team together called the Bystander Effect.
Yep.
And that was fun. And now we both do a lot of things. We don't perform together as often as I would like, but we both do a lot of things at this theater called Dojo Comedy in Washington, D.C. I am part of the team called Maple Sunday, and Bierman is on the team Moonraker. And Bierman also has, just a lot of other cool things going on. So welcome, Bierman.
Like right now I'm hanging out like the rest of us.
That's true.
Given, you gotta be safe and stuff. But yeah, thanks again for having me, and
of course
ready to go with this.
Yep. Yes. So Bierman and I would love to be together in person, but we're trying to practice social distancing in light of this pandemic that's happening. So we are going to try to do this duo virtually. Me and Bierman don't play together as often as we would like. So on the count of 3, we are going to each say a random word, and that is going to be our duo name.
Okay.
So I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Georgetown. Okay.
All right.
It was like, so good. There you go. Georgetown newspaper. We are the George. All right.
And I'm going to do a random word suggestion from this generator on my phone. And the word that we got is clock.
Clock. All right. Oh my God, Big Ben is even more amazing in person. This is like the best trip we've ever been on, big sister.
You're right, little brother. Oh my gosh, Jack, I am so happy we decided to take this trip. You were right. I just needed to get out of the house. I needed to get out of the country. This is great.
Right. I mean, you know what it's like living in small town Dubuque, Illinois. That's where I think is the actual place that we're from. It's very quaint, but I think we needed to get out and see the world and see what is going on. And I got to tell you what, those British, what are they called? Subways are pretty, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. I mean, they'll have subways in New York, but over here, it's really awesome.
They have subways in New York, but we have nothing like this in Dubuque, Illinois. And that's exactly what I think you were trying to say earlier, Jack. Our town is just like any other small town. There's no character here. We don't have a large clock that's reaching towards the sky. We don't have a rail system. We have nothing.
We don't have anything. We just have our orange juice in our morning. We have newspapers to get us through the day. After hours, sometimes we go to the bowling alley. I mean, granted, I'm 12, so I can't order a beer, but you've snuck me a couple on the side, and that's how we bond. But I always dream that we do something bigger someday, and here we are.
And here we are. We are here. I'm a little nervous, honestly. If I can just say this, that mom and dad are going to be upset that we snuck out of the hotel room on this trip, but I think once we explain that we're thinking big, that we want to get out of our small town, I think we're going to win them over.
I think that's right. I think we need to go out and have our adventures. like what happened a couple hours ago. Somebody tried to rob us. And I was like,
Cut back. All right. I want
whoa,
your money.
whoa. I was not expecting you to come at me that way without any kind of British accent or anything. I'm like,
I'm not British. I'm from America.
oh,
I'm living here now.
oh, that explains a lot. Well, I'm sorry. I know if my big sister was here, she'd say I should just turn over my money and ninja star. Cut back.
Damn, what?
That
What?
was amazing. There was so much blood, and we just started running. And you had just gone outside for a smoke, and I just kept running and running, and then that's when we found ourselves in a pub, and there was a big darts game going on, and we were just like, holy crap, we know
Holy
darts.
crap.
We know darts.
There is nothing like that in Dubuque. I
For
don't
sure.
think there was ever so much as a parking violation in Dubuque.
Exactly.
We actually are living here. We're actually living life. And you know what? We're not going to be like mom and dad who don't
We're not.
do anything. They just wake up in the morning. They do the same thing over and over again. It's
Exactly.
just routine for them.
Dad's the constable, always writing up jaywalkers. Mom is a scientist over at the lab of science. Dubuque has a limited budget, but they can do some science. It's not as good as maybe what you can do in Oxford, but it's pretty good for a very small town, I would say.
Wipe. All right, here in the Dubuque Science Lab, listen, I keep running these numbers, team, and I'm really struggling. Are you all saying that the samples that we got from those animals that we picked up on the side of the road, they're all testing positive for lead poisoning? This isn't making sense, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did my best, Professor Robertson, but it's like the only thing I could see in my yard was my kitty cat, and my kitty cat does like to eat a lot of paint chips. So I figured, why not make science happen?
Well, yeah, Professor Robertson, I was in a similar position here. I knew you wanted us to get some samples, and I didn't really know where to go. But then I noticed that every Tuesday when I put out the recyclables, some crows and maybe a raccoon would, come and gravitate towards near my house. So I just got out my old Winchester, knocked a couple down, and brought them in. But I mean, did they ingest lead? Probably. My house, I think, is probably lined with it. I mean, right, guys?
Yeah, yeah, Professor Robertson. I mean, I want to make science really happen, and I just went out to my house, and oh my God, there's a whole glowing pile of radioactive uranium. So I said, let's just make some science, and that's why most of us don't have hair right now.
Okay, guys, listen. I appreciate that you're trying to find samples close to home, but we are not, a podunk little town as some people might think. Yes, we're in Dubuque University, but we are scientists here, right, guys? We can think a little bit outside the box. We don't have to get samples in our backyards. We don't have to kill our own samples. You see what I'm saying with this?
Yeah, I think maybe you're on to something. Maybe we can do a little of that EMC squared stuff I hear so much about.
Yeah, Professor Robertson, I think we hear you. I think we're ready to do some science. But the thing is, I know we're all smart guys here. I know we are. And
we
smart
can do.
ladies.
I know we sound like stereotypes, but we really know what we are doing. We know we did graduate with a degree in physics.
Yep.
All of us.
That's the whole problem, Professor Robertson, is that out there on the mean streets of Dubuque, we have to fit in with our friends and our relatives. We can't be talking science, and sometimes that kind of creeps into the office. Right, guys? Right?
Right.
Listen, gentlemen, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Sometimes you feel like you have to fit in with the people around you. Like, I myself sometimes have to pretend I'm not so sciencey, but when we're coming into work, we need to be focused on the work. Can I get some agreement on this?
You can get an amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen, Professor Robertson. You know what? You're right. I'm going to go to the zoo and I'm going to get some actual samples for you. How about that?
All right. That sounds great. And you know, that was when they discovered the plague. And that was when we realized we have to get out. We have to visit a place that's not America, because holy crap, are things going badly in America now. And it all started in Dubuque.
And it's all started because our mom discovered it. She is so smart.
She is awesome. No question about that. But she'd be happy with where we are now. You know, after that dart championship, you know, we signed up for lessons at Wimbledon, and now I think we're gonna be tennis stars.
I think so. And when mom and dad hear that, they're gonna have to let us stay here.
For real, yes. I am definitely ready for a nice, like, relaxing. I feel like our whole vacation so far has been work. You know, we're taking out bad people who are trying to do us wrong. We're winning dart championships. We're playing tennis. Now maybe some time to just relax. What do you think? You know,
I would love some time to just relax. I've always wanted to see Stonehenge and maybe see like aliens there.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how close Stonehenge is to London, but I think we can make that happen.
I really don't know. I probably should know as your older sister, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think we should start a journey, and you know, we got GPS on our phones.
That's true.
If it happens to be not something we can reach by foot, we can take trains, bus, boat,
or
airplane,
the subway.
Because the subway can go anywhere.
It can go anywhere in this world. Yeah.
Right. Awesome. So, yes.
All right. I am your tour guide of Stonehenge. Welcome, everyone.
Cool.
Yes. What is it, young man?
Oh, I just want to know, are we going to get to see some real, like, ancient druids coming out of like just the ground and like suck us dry? I mean, so far this trip has been really boring, and I'm ready for some excitement.
Well, I'm going to say this, you know, nothing is going to attack you at Stonehenge. You got my promise about that. However, that being said, you know, it is what I would call exciting. I come to work every day excited that I get to work showing people Stonehenge.
Right. Well, I think that's a respectable profession and all, but I just don't want to look. You don't want to know what I did on this journey. We had to go through a lot of subway stops. There was a lot of adventures we had, and we got here, and we need something that lives up to the name. Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. Okay, well, you've come to the right place. Behind me is Stonehenge. This is what it might look like is a collection of rocks. But it's more than that. This is something that over 3 million people every year, they travel to see this site. Some people say,
yo, hold on. I think we got somebody coming in, joining this tour.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
She's very impressed, but unfortunately she doesn't make a lot of noise right now.
Oh,
I'm
really?
wondering if she doesn't.
Hello.
All right. She looks very excited, like she's trying to say something, but it's almost as though she's muted. That's
Well, you
just
know
a
what?
thing, and yes.
That's all right because you're joining. You're
Right.
joining the tour.
She's there. She'll enjoy the tour then. Yes.
I
All
want you to join the tour.
right. Right. Indeed. Okay. Well,
All
she
right.
looks like she is having a good
You're
old
gonna
time
hear-
there.
We're
And
gonna
we're
hear her when we hear her.
exactly.
Aha. Hello.
Ah, there we go.
Hello. You're on a tour of Stonehenge.
We're on Stonehenge, and you knew that already. You
Of course I
just
did.
arrived. Yes, indeed.
Welcome. Do you have any questions for me, your tour guide of Stonehenge?
Who built it?
A lot of people wonder who built Stonehenge. I'm technically not supposed to say this because I am a tour guide, but I have always believed, and I will always believe, I am resolute in this belief that it was built by aliens.
I have to agree.
Right.
Well, thank
But,
you. This is such a wonderful tour group that I'm showing around.
Awesome.
Okay, what other questions
We
do you
cut to
have?
the building of Stonehenge.
Okay.
Yo, eep, beep, bop, op. I am ready to just drink beer. Don't want to build this ancient Masonic temple. Peace.
Beep, beep, bop, bop, beep, beep. We have to get it done. You promised you would help build it.
Beep, beep. Maybe we could get it done if we had a little bit of a break. I mean, we can't work all day.
Beep, beep. All right. Just a small break.
Yeah, break. Beep, beep, beep.
Right. And they took a break for 10,000 years. And that's why they never finished this place.
That's
It's an
an
interesting
interesting
story.
theory,
Yes.
young man.
I know. I wouldn't expect me to tell the tour guide that, but that was just news to me.
I was gonna say I'm on this tour with two experts.
Well, you know
Very
what? You seem to be a very creative person, so I appreciate that. But no, in my mind, this is complete. Stonehenge is used for exactly what the aliens wanted it to, which is an indicator from space as to where they should land.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yes.
What do you say? I'm sorry, new person who just showed up, but what do you say after this? We get out of here and go see the South Pole. I think, I don't know geography great, but I think there's a way to get there from here.
If it's possible, I'm down for anything.
Okay. Well,
All right. Well, I can't assist with that. I have to stay
Okay.
with Stonehenge. But goodbye.
Well,
Have a good
all right.
trip.
Indeed.
All right. So I'm your guide of the South Pole.
Whoa.
That was
Welcome.
amazing.
That was
How
a
did
long
you guys?
subway
How did you
ride.
all get here?
The subway. You can get anywhere on the subway.
Oh my gosh! What? I had no clue there was a subway even on. I mean, maybe that's my faux pas. Maybe I should know that as your guide. But I'm not here to discourage anyone from visiting the South Pole. In fact, we have so few visitors.
I would like to take a moment to say I just popped into a tour in Ireland. Now I'm in the South Pole, and I am wearing a very important North Face fleece, and it's good for any weather. So I just like to plug that I'm impressed with this clothing durability.
That is a wonderful point that you just brought up. Clothing durability. One thing that I see as a tour guide of South Pole is people not dressed appropriately, and they actually experience frostbite. And they can freeze to death. You won't even want to imagine what happened last week on one of my tours. They all just froze before I finished the tour.
Cut to.
Okay.
Oh my God!
Do you all
In South Pole in my bikini. I love the South Pole bikini.
I can't much.
listen? Okay, tour group. I know you're all here for some spring break excursion. Can I just put this blanket on you?
But then the pictures won't look as good. Brr.
Okay, all right. Then we're just gonna continue trailblazing through the South Pole.
I think I'm getting frostbite.
I regret I've never got a glass of iced tea before I died. It's a thing.
Guys, I really wish you'd just let me put this blanket on you. You are experiencing early stages of hypothermia. I think we honestly should be going to the hospital.
I'm suddenly feeling warmer.
I'm
That's
feeling
not
better.
good. That's not good. That means that you're about to pass. Just let me throw this blanket. And then I had to take them to the hospital. Everyone was upset at me. It was this huge deal.
Wow, yeah. I mean, that's why you got to be careful when you take people outside of the South Pole. I think
You do.
that's where we still are. Yeah. Hmm.
So is
But
this where
anyways.
Santa lives?
Santa lives in the North Pole.
Oh, damn it. Aunt Gigi, didn't you know that one?
I
We've got
know
another trip coming up.
the subway again?
Yes. Get on the subway.
All right, goodbye. Have a
Goodbye.
good trip.
Okay.
Welcome to the North Pole. I am your tour guide. What brings you to the North Pole?
I'm looking for Santa Claus.
Yeah, that too.
What are you looking for, Uncle?
I'm glad you asked, Auntie. I am looking for his reindeer.
All right, visitors, I would just like to say every year we get approximately 350 people coming in looking for Santa. It's my due diligence to just let you know Santa is a mythical being. He doesn't exist. He's not even mythical. He is fake. This is the North Pole, yes, but there's no workshop here. Do you get where I'm going with this?
I don't understand. My childhood.
Sir?
There's no reindeer? No reindeer anywhere?
No, I mean, I don't know how. I mean, you both are adults. You presumably celebrate Christmas. How do you get your gifts? You buy them yourselves, right?
No, they show up in my stocking, don't they, Uncle?
You know it, Auntie. This is why we always have the worst ideas. We just assume that if we go to the North Pole, all our dreams will come true. Just like when we went to Fort Lauderdale expecting to find gold. We didn't find any gold there, did we?
Time. I am your guide of Fort Lauderdale. You're here to do what?
Find gold.
Yeah, I mean, naturally. What else would you do in Fort Lauderdale?
Right?
I mean, there was gold here back in the 1800s, but we don't. That's not something that's in modern day Fort Lauderdale.
I brought a pan and I'm now walking into the water.
Ma'am, please get out of the water. We spotted a shark in there about 15 minutes ago.
Right. Be careful because sharks love pens. You know that, ma'am.
You're right.
Auntie.
We learned that on our trip to Shark Week in South Africa.
We just took a trip to Shark Week. It's a concept and a trip in one.
Listen, it sounds like you guys traveled to a lot of places. I'm just doing my due diligence as the official tour guide of Fort Lauderdale to just let you know, there's no gold here. But we do have a lot of other great things. Can I give you a recommendation for like a restaurant?
Well, that's if they have early bird, maybe.
Right?
They do.
Free refills on coffee.
They all have early bird.
Oh, yes. I think we found our goal.
Yay!
All right, cool. So was that a little surprise there?
This is Bierman. And then we had a special guest, Malia, join us. Malia is our dear friend who lives in Chicago, and we did improv with her. So this duo became a trio. Wow. But thank you for watching the Virtual Duo Project. And I am going to stop this recording now, but I'll see you the next time. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.